Very good. So, who would like, for a point of inspiration, to give us a little recap from last week? Emma, you volunteered.
I volunteered last week. Okay, I'll do it again.
If you don't want to do it, it's okay. I'll
I was
ask
just
somebody
letting
else.
someone else get the inspiration because I did it last week.
Do I have inspiration?
I'll do it, but I haven't got massive notes. We
Okay.
we set sail, having had a greenback dragon turtle save us. Though I was not aware of this because I wasn't here that week.
Yeah, he was just a dragon turtle. He happened to be called Greenback, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we set sail because we have all these dragon bits and pieces and stuff to sell in Chult. So as we were approaching the city of Chult,
Well, to be clear, this Chult is it's not quite a continent; it's a region. The city you're approaching is Port Nyanzaru, which is the main trading port in Chult. Yeah.
How do you spell the port's name?
Oh, yes. I'll put it in the chat, the Roll20 chat.
So we were approaching the port, and we realised that there was the pilots that would come out to guide you in weren't working. So Darlin went off and tried to discover what was going on. And there were these humanoids swimming under the water. And they weren't human, but they were reptilian. And they were swimming towards the harbour, and they were carrying spears. And as they came out of the harbour, they started attacking the humans, and there was a great fight going on. There was a bit of discussion as to whether we should leave them to it or get involved. And really, it was the fact that we really needed to sell this stuff that we decided to get involved. And hence, no other reason. And so we had a nice battle going on with them until they realised that they were outmatched, outgunned, and disappeared. Whether they'll be back is another matter. And then the magistrate Nolar of the suburb that we were currently in gave Satina a key to the city, which she was thrilled about initially, until she realised that this key didn't fit anything. It was just, a symbol, at which point she lost complete interest. But we managed to get a letter of recommendation from him to get into the actual port itself so that we can start selling our wares and go shopping.
Very good. Well done. Thank you, Joe. Anybody'd like to add to that?
Set the dock on fire.
Yes.
Oh, the boat first.
Yeah. The boat that was the pilot's boat that was originally the first thing you saw that was under attack. And the two pilots who can you see these two old ladies' images? Maybe you can't. You need to change it.
He reminds me of Nora Batty. Not that unless any of you watched Last of the Summer Wine, which you're all far too young to know.
I have watched it.
I watched that.
I found it pressing, honestly.
Yeah, it was. But that picture looks like Nora Batty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the boat sank. You successfully managed to save the pilots, but the boat sank partly because someone's horse with flaming hooves, in the process of killing several of these humanoids, managed to set things alight. Anything else? Oh, poor Chiron. Not even a mention.
Well, he was a bit useless.
He didn't really do anything. And then he died
Apart from
immediately.
die.
Oh.
He didn't do anything but die.
Oh, that is so rude, honestly. Yes,
I'll try to save that later.
the number of NPCs who die around you guys. So this
Just
is
take more care.
Satina's familiar's current iteration,
Mm-hmm. Salazar.
Salazar. And who's this?
That's Clarissa.
Larissa.
Clarissa's your vampire friend. Currently looking for a place to settle down after being trapped for God knows how long in a temple underground. And this is, of course,
Ed.
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Terrific. Well done. Okay, so, and there was, who was the person who, the last surviving member of Meridian's party?
Sagig.
Zagig.
The
Yes.
dragon turned vegan on accident.
The dragonborn paladin who was
Yeah.
so lawful that he was guilted into not only turning vegan, but basically turning mineralist.
Eating sand.
Ooey.
He would have died of starvation anyways.
God damn, woman.
She's
Jesus.
harsh.
She's really cold-hearted, honestly. I don't know.
Hey.
All I could say is I hope you're getting all your frustrations out here so that in real life you're like actually super, super sweet.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna
Never
notice
heard
a
of
change
pie.
in demeanor.
Yeah.
She's suddenly less angry.
You seem so calm lately. And of course, you've got this fellow in your group who's currently off the docks, but can you see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Aegeus Scorch of the famous Scorch family from Silvery Moon. Very good. So you're on the docks. The pier is slowly burning down to the last few pylon bits just above the water level. Magistrate Nolar has left. As described, he left you with a little scrap of paper that essentially is a shopping list from his wife, which he hand scrawled on the back. Please let these people. And he's gone off in search of the last missing item from his shopping list quest, his side quest, for eggs, apparently. The rest of you are on the pier, and you have been told that Cessna has a new restaurant down here. Cessna, of course, is an NPC that is famous for his exotic foods. There's dragon liver crisps being one of the portable snacks that you can take with you that sometimes have some additional benefits besides just feeding you. And there's also a new shoe store opened up by a halfling, which kind of begs the question why.
Yeah.
But, you know, why not? You got to have a dream, right? So, where would you guys like to go?
Well,
Should we take a
need to
look
find
around?
Aegeus, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yes, that's true. Aegeus flew off in the midst of this combat. He flew off into town to go see if he could find some people to help because it looked like a full-on invasion. He doesn't know that you guys have actually sorted everything out, or at least temporarily.
Anyone got
How do
any
we-
magical means of
Yeah.
getting
I
word
think
to
so.
him?
I do have. I just don't think I've got it prepared. Oh no, I've got a locate creature.
Okay.
He
So
is a
locate creature. Yep. Dun dun dun. Actually, you can't find him.
Yeah, that'd be typical.
In fact, so he's 1,000 feet, so within not even a kilometer, really. No, actually, it's more than a kilometer. It's 1.6 kilometers, isn't it? I would say that you could probably, yeah, he's probably close enough. He's basically, it's pinging, and you can tell that, it's like a really, really small pinging circle, and it's clearly heading north, which is also where so remember, this is sort of one of the suburbs. As you pulled into this area, the main port area was essentially closed off, it appeared. This was the closest area that you approached from. But there's more than one sort of suburb on the outside of these very large sandstone walls. The walls are easily 20 to 30 feet high in various places. And it all looks very, very impressive. But this seemed a little bit more casual, which is why you came here. It's also where Aegeus originally set off with his boat, which Meridian doesn't remember, but she would if she hadn't had her memory affected. So you can head that way if you want to get towards the city, or you can explore this area a bit further as an option, or you can do something else. You can go try to chase after the humanoids that swam off, for example, or check out to see if the pilots are okay. Or raise the dead for the poor young girl that was first killed, and then her body was burnt to death on the pier.
Whole thing. Is there any remnants of her body?
It's all pretty charred. I mean, the pier's literally been burnt down. There's bits of it. The fact that it's a salt water environment probably means that it hasn't totally disintegrated yet, but you can see sort of a skeletal arms, the charred remains, but everything seems to be carbonized together.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
It's like, oh well.
Oh,
I was like, if there were remnants of her, then we could bring her back to her family or whatever as hey, sorry your kid died.
whoopsies.
Yeah. We didn't kill her. It was lizard folk. But lizard dudes. But yeah,
Revivified. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. You're the cleric.
It just says Revivify doesn't restore any missing body parts, but does it regenerate charred?
Oh, you can post it in the chat.
Yeah.
That would be horrid.
But it's
Well, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't want to bring her back to life if she's going to look like a corpse.
no, but
Well, this is a fair point.
it's more than a minute that she died as well. So she's been dead for more than a minute.
Yes, that's also fair.
Yeah, that's
So I mean, missing body parts is supposed to be obviously if somebody died because their throat was slashed and you used Revivify, you couldn't justifiably say that they've been brought back to life if their throat was cut. They just die out and bleed out again immediately. So there's a lot of sort of, this is magic, right? The point is that if you actually do have a limb cut off for some reason, because there are certain modules in certain games and even artifacts that require the amputation of a limb or cause the amputation of a limb, it won't fix that. Oh, it's happened to all of us. Yeah, I had both legs amputated once. I just told everybody to call me Shorty. So
It's only a flesh wound.
yeah, exactly right. Exactly. The Black Knight. You're very young to appreciate Monty Python. Well done, you. I've met Michael Palin several times. Now, you could definitely bring her back, but she didn't die of old age, and she would probably look normal-ish, right? She'll probably never, she'll probably only eat raw foods for the rest of her life.
But it's been more than a minute, so I can't use Revivify.
Yeah, it's been more than a minute. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Let's go get a juice, perhaps.
As you guys continue, as you guys stand around debating what you're going to do, the initial shock of the attacks seems to have worn off a bit, and although the people are actually still, worried about, there are some folks milling about, apparently concerned about the potential for a repeat or some follow-on assault from the ocean. There are those who seem to be trying to get back to some semblance of normal activity. Merchants are starting to cautiously peek their heads out from underneath their various wagons or out, from behind closed and shuttered stores. A couple of people are hawking their wares. One person even sees you and starts trying to get you to look at some very fancy looking fabrics and what appear to be maybe silks or something else. They're very colorful, bright oranges and purples, and they're not normally colors you would associate with clothes, considering most of you are from more conservative parts of the continent.
I will say one of us should probably stay by the boat. Probably shouldn't leave it unattended with all that in there.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Clarissa. Clarissa.
Yeah.
Clarissa and Cud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's still
Well, it is
daytime.
bright daylight.
Yeah.
Clarissa can, go downstairs and just Cud can toss anyone to feed on if they decide to rob
Yeah.
us.
A bouncer.
Absolutely.
He'd make a good bouncer.
Yes, maybe he was a bouncer in another life. Okay, so Clarissa and Cut are going to stay behind. You're going to bring your flaming horse with you?
Always.
Are we?
That's up to you.
Oh. He might.
Set fire to everything.
Yeah.
How did he not set fire to our boat? That's what I want to know.
He was hovering.
He was hovering.
I don't know. Hovering the whole time.
Yes. Well, of course he was hovering. He knows how to stand on a wooden platform.
Yeah.
It was
Or how
only because he
not
was.
to.
Or not, as the case may be.
Well, he was trying to strike the other creatures, so I think that's how he ended up getting in trouble.
Yeah. Maybe we should leave him here. So it doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good defense to have a nightmare, a minotaur, and a vampire guarding our boat.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
with the rise in boat jackings these days,
Yeah.
you might as well, right?
The lizard
Although I'm
folk
sure
might-
Clarissa will be gone by nightfall.
She might.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're gonna leave him.
Right. Very good. So you guys are down to the core group.
Yes.
We're missing somebody.
Cheers.
No, sorry, I meant one of the party members. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is
Well,
somebody?
we haven't met Yvonne yet.
Oh yes, sorry. I forgot how many there were. I apologize. Okay.
Since Salazar can't survive super long on land, I'm gonna have him stay under the boat to keep a watch, and if anything comes, to alert Cud by pulling on him under the boat.
Okay. Yeah, good. So
I don't want to dismiss him yet.
No, that's fair. So Cut is going to sit. He's going to lounge on the boat with one foot dangling in the water, and Salazar can basically succor him when if and when he sees something that he's supposed to be aware of.
Right.
Very good. Oh, tickles. Between the Minotaur and the Nightmare, nobody's going to be approaching your boat. And the dead
Nice.
and the centaur corpse as well. I mean, that just doesn't look very good. Do you guys want
I
to
should
hang
probably
him
do
off?
with some.
Do you want to hang him off the prow like a sort of a mascot or something?
Warning sign.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, oh, that's too far.
I was going to say, are we that evil?
Yeah,
Holy,
exactly.
I mean,
honestly.
I'm neutral good. I'm not even down the evil slant yet.
Oh my goodness.
Are you neutral good? I thought you were lawful neutral.
Oh no, you're right. I was awful good. Now I'm not. Oh, Jesus, don't even know my own alignment now.
It's been that kind of campaign so
It's-
far. Fair enough. All right. So yeah, as you guys are walking down the street, the two pilots they kind of come up to you and again. Oh well, thank you again for paying for my boat. I suppose I'll have to go find somebody to sell me one of theirs, but. You're certainly welcome to join us for a bite to eat. It's been so stressful. Oh, I know, Mildred. Every time we have one of these encounters, I just can't stop helping, wanting to eat afterwards. It's a very, very odd experience.
This is a common thing then.
Normally in the harbor, but we have some relationship apparently with some very powerful creature that keeps everything at bay. No pun intended. But out on the open ocean, especially if we're searching for anything interesting, which we occasionally do when we're not piloting ships in and out. She does like her winkles and cockles, mind you. We do occasionally come across something. Usually we can keep a good distance, but it's very hard to tell.
I see. Well, that's a real shame.
Yes, you
Well-
seem terribly upset about it.
Sorry, little shell shocked from the fight.
So what have you? What else have you come across?
Oh, there are many snake people and little tree people. They seem to be getting closer and closer. I would feel much better if I were on the other side of the walls, but alas, there's a limit to how many people can be inside the walls, and we haven't got that kind of status. But this is our home, and we've been here our whole lives, so I imagine this is as good a place to die as any.
Wow, morbid much.
That's a
At least
little
she's, like,
depressing.
She doesn't seem upset about it. So, I mean, it's not a total bad thing, I
Well-
guess.
Well, I'm old, aren't I? I'm going to die sooner or later, probably sooner.
She has a point.
Yeah, I mean,
Not like you young whippersnappers. And then she starts to
Yeah.
pinch Meridian's cheek, just like really hard.
Meridian looks vehemently uncomfortable.
You remind me of my nephew.
Your nephew's dragonborn?
No, but
Oh.
he's a bit effeminate.
Eh, I see it.
Are you related to the harbor master?
Who's the harbor master? Is he a dragonborn?
Well, he looks a bit like you. One doesn't ask these questions, you know. It's a bit rude.
Scales? Teeth? Horns?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
Then quite possibly.
He's also got a gold shimmer to him. I always wondered if his scales were worth anything, but I daren't pick them up after he's been walking around. You know, it sometimes can come across badly if you're collecting personal items off of someone.
Now that is intriguing. I'll have to go say hello to this harbor master.
Yes,
I'm-
Zindar is his name. runs a very tight ship.
Right. Well,
And where
Got
might
one.
we find Sind? Is it Sindaris?
Zindar, darling, with a Z.
Zindar. Where might
Well,
we find
he's-
him?
And they look at each other, and then they look at you. Well, you did hear us say he's the harbor master. Where would you think one finds a harbor master?
at a bar.
And then they look at Satina and go, "You're the bright one of the group, aren't you?"
Guilty as charged.
Well done, dear.
Thank you.
Or is that sir? I can't tell with you dwarves.
Definitely a ma'am. I just have a beard.
Yes, I'm starting to get one too in my old age.
Oh yeah, it's growing in quite nicely.
Excuse me?
Your words,
dwarf?
not mine.
That wasn't
Beards are-
necessary.
Beards are they're good. They're great. They keep your face warm. You can braid them once they get long enough. It's wonderful.
I only don't like it when it gets stuck in my teeth when I'm eating corn.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that. You
Anyway,
gotta keep it trimmed.
I'm afraid the more I cut it, the longer it grows and the faster it comes back. But in any case, would you like to join us for a meal? There's this wonderful exotic restaurant. It's opened by some northerners, but we don't hold that against them.
I think we should,
restaurant.
don't you guys?
Sure.
I
Gotta
feel for a
wait
bite.
till anyway. Yeah,
Do
why
you
not?
even
Let's go.
eat normal food?
Sometimes.
Just
Hmm.
eat.
And then they kind of both shy away from you. Well,
You
yes.
lead the
Well,
way.
this way. I think it's over here. Yes, I think. And as you come around the corner, you see a lovely, beautiful new sign. It's sort of painted wood, trim.
Good old Cessna.
Yes, it's all the rage. Everybody says it's delicious, but I do find sometimes there's some of the dishes are a bit spicy. But, well,
He's
you
known
know.
for his spice.
Oh, have you been here before?
Not to this one, but I have met Cessna before.
Oh, right. Oh. Yeah, well, I suppose it won't be very special for you then.
Oh, it's always special going to Cessna's.
Oh, well. Good. Well, perhaps you could recommend something. The last time we came here, we ate something called a handsus. It was billed as the alternative to your standard lunch solution, but just turned out to be 2 pieces of meat with some bread in the middle. It was very messy.
Oh, Messy's good though. You should, if you get a chance to have his dragon liver crisps, you should try them.
Ooh, those sound good.
Well, we haven't had any dragons for a long time.
Oh well.
And she looks at you and goes, "But didn't you say you were a dragon?"
Half.
And then they shy
like how
away
a
from you
halfling is like-
a bit further.
I mean, it's in the name. Come on. I look like I look like a dragon.
Oh, right. Well, do you know what? I think actually we are overdue. Yes, we're very late. We should get going. We'll have to take a rain check on that lunch. But thank you again for saving us and for recompensing us for our ship. Good luck, y'all. Bye. And they run off.
Their loss.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Either that or they've got some irrational fear of cannibals. I mean, goodness, who knows? Like, for all they know, you guys are a bunch of football players who just got back from a plane crash in the Andes Mountains.
Oof.
Alrighty. So as you approach, you do see somebody come out, and it appears to be a young lady with a mug of beer in her hand and an apron, and she says, "Cora, oh, is that Cora? Is that you? So
It
good to
is.
see you, my friend.
It's great.
Oh!" And he comes over and he starts to hug you and kiss you. And as he does so, the rest of you see that the arms suddenly change and they fluctuate back and forth between the delicate, lithe limbs of a young human female to what appears to be a very hairy, large, almost monstrous looking arm. And of course, as you hug, as the two of you hug, some of the hairs from Cessna's new form's chest get stuck in your mouth.
Hey, dude, let me go. Seriously?
Sorry, Cora. I get excited and then I lose control of my forms.
Yeah, I know. I want to introduce you to my party. My group. So this is
Oh.
Satina. Guys, this is Cessna. And
Oh.
this is
Hello.
Darlin and Meridian.
Hello.
Pleasure.
Hello. Welcome.
So what have you got on the menu at the moment, Cessna?
Well, I wish I had something special for you. I didn't know you were coming. We've got some dinosaur steaks. They're quite good, but they're a little bit tough, I must say. I haven't seen a dragon in a very long time. It would be a shame if I couldn't get you something.
Well, we might be able to help you there.
Really?
We have quite the stack of dragon.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Let me just get my Cracker!
Yep.
Cracker!
Yeah, what? Stop yelling.
Cracker!
Oh my
Sorry.
god. What do you want?
Sorry. These are my friends. My
Oh,
friends. Cora, meet Cracker. She's I'm thinking about franchising, and she's potentially going to be our manager, the general manager for this location.
Oh. Hi, Cracker.
hello.
I love those ears.
I love
Welcome
that name.
to Cessna.
Sorry, what's that?
Sorry, welcome to Cessna's.
Thank you.
Would you like to come in and have a seat?
Absolutely.
Well, darling, they seem to have some dragon parts, and I'm wondering if maybe we should go inspect them and make sure that they're acceptable quality. We can get them off. Did you come on a boat, or did you fly, or how did you get here?
We came by boat.
Right. Well, shall we go get them? Because, if we get something fresh, I could fry something up, and it would be quite
Yeah.
tasty.
We should
Yeah,
probably wait for Aegeus,
Yeah.
though. So just a suggestion.
I'm sure if we get a good deal there, he won't mind having the gold when he comes back.
That's fair enough.
I know that he wanted the dragon parts, but for himself. To sell us ingredients. But the workings we can sell, I think.
Oh, did you come with Aegeus?
Yes. We did.
Oh. Well, he said he was going to bring me back some more dinosaur parts.
Well, we did you
Some
one better.
dragons. Oh, this is wonderful news. Yes. Well, he did mention that there were quite a few of these very large beastie ones with the big teeth and the very small arms. And they have big livers, apparently.
They certainly do.
Some kind of drinking problem, presumably being stuck on an island and nothing to do.
There's a thought.
Yes, Cracker. Would you mind lending a big, strong, brawny arm?
No problem. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help.
Isn't she lovely?
I
Quite.
am. I really am.
Yes, I know the modesty, but we're working on it.
So do you want to come and see what we've got and see whether you want any of it?
Yeah, let me just grab my great axe in case I need to hack something off. I'll just have it with me.
Fair enough.
She's going to be great help in the kitchen as well, I think.
Everybody needs an amateur butcher.
We could do with one.
Yes, I don't have any hobgoblins here, so it's nice to have somebody who can play both roles. She seems to have a lot of experience. She told me she worked at 40 or 50 or 60 different places.
Yeah,
Was
wow.
it?
Good
A
number.
lot of experience.
I have a lot of experience. Lots of different experiences. Mm-hmm.
That's very
Mhm.
valuable.
And to be
Yeah,
so young as well, to have so much experience, that's wonderful news.
I mean, at 20, I know so much. And I go places and I learn what I need to learn, and then I just move on. I move on because I've learned what I needed to learn.
Uh-huh. And what
Nothing
kind of
wrong with that.
devastation did you leave behind?
Oh, nothing.
Uh-huh.
I'm just very aware of when it's time to, try something new. I get bored easily.
Sounds like you should be
You know
an
what it's like.
adventurer rather than, somewhere static.
Well,
That's true.
tell
Being a
ya.
manager's life can get really boring.
it is. I mean, I'm always showing people the door, so that could explain the lack of customers. But I'm doing my best to be welcoming, but I do run into the odd dispute.
We could probably do with somebody like you in our party, I would say.
Yeah,
think
we run
so.
into quite a few disputes ourselves.
Even
Well,
without
keep
meaning
that
to.
in mind. Right now, I mean, I'm still with Cessna here. I did make an agreement, so I got to see at least the day out.
You only
See
just
how it
started
goes.
working here?
It's been about a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he brought me down from Leylon, from the Wayside Inn. It's where I trained with that barbarian who runs that place. They were great. I learned a lot, but they also said it was probably time for me to move on as well. But I don't know what I did there. That seemed like a pretty reasonable thing to do. I mean, it was only a door. I don't know what the big deal was.
What did you do to the door?
Oh, you don't. The door wasn't opening, so I fixed it. I'm good at fixing
You
things.
opened it.
I used my axe.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
And now it's firewood, yeah?
And I have some woodworking tools, so I made a new one. It wasn't such a big deal. I mean, it was
Who said
open
there's a-
during a storm. There's a little bit of water damage, but nothing a mop can't fix. I don't know what the big deal was. Anyway, Cessna took me in. So here I am. Let's go and get
Awesome.
this dragon meat. Let's go chop some meat. Yeah.
Come on then.
Now, Cracker, you do know you need to take only the freshest bits and trim off all the outside bits.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a lot better than the dragon farts you've been selling wrapped in bacon. Let's go.
And as you walk off, anybody who looks over their shoulder back at Sustin will see still standing there, even like minutes later, as you're walking several blocks away, completely immobilized with shock and dismay, with his mouth hanging wide open, his jaw practically on the floor. And there is there's a brief flash as Susna does the 2-finger eyes to Cracker's eyes, back to his eyes.
And I give her a thumbs up.
And she just flips you a great big hairy finger and then walks into the tavern.
Well, here we go again.
So you guys get to the boat. Cud is, of course, fast asleep, as you would expect.
Having his feet
Salazar.
tickled.
Yeah, Salazar is actually eating one of his toenails.
Mm.
Oh my
Ew,
gosh.
really?
I didn't teach him to do that, by the way.
You got a self-feeder.
Does he have
I
toes
love
though?
that's where you go with that. Yeah, I didn't teach him that. Not me.
All right. It's really kind of a hoof, but
Yeah.
you know,
Just trimming.
He's just cleaning it.
Salazar,
Yeah.
Salazar's not too a hoof to be eating somebody else's.
He's a bottom feeder.
Yeah. Very good. Well done. And as Salazar sees you, he waves a tentacle.
I wave
And
back.
then he disappears into the water.
I don't know why I chose to have him anything else but an octopus. This is great.
Those are good eating.
No, don't eat my octopus.
You can.
Who said that?
Are they good though? An
Octopus
octopus
is delicious.
pretty tasty. Yeah, I mean, I
Well-
know Susno would probably cook that up in a jiffy.
But
Yeah,
he's
no,
a
he won't.
familiar. You shouldn't cook familiars. There's like hardly any meat.
Oh, so it's not really juicy. Okay.
That's the
No.
only reason.
I mean, and I could dismiss him right away so you wouldn't get the chance, but I didn't want to, state that.
Has anybody used a familiar as like barbecue? I mean, you're like endlessly just making dinner
Well, I
Every
mean,
day.
they will
or dinner.
despise me and then they would start they can't attack, but they'll definitely find ways.
But if they die, they disappear, don't they?
Yeah, probably. Too bad, because that's a great scheme.
Maybe, but the rest of his forms aren't nearly as
Tasty?
cookable.
Oh, okay.
I like how she thinks.
I mean, technically, Salazar could turn into a couple of different bird forms, and
Yeah,
Snake.
he can turn
Are
into a raven. Can you cook snake?
Of course you can.
sure,
Yeah. Not a lot of meat.
no,
Yeah.
but it's very tender if you cook
Turn
it
him
right.
into
Good in a
Spider.
bun. It's good in a bun.
Yeah,
Spiders, you
They
got
can
to
eat-
crack all that stuff off.
yeah, they're basically the lobsters of the land.
Yeah.
What about a poisonous snake? Can I make him poisonous?
You mean venomous?
Well, it says poisonous right there on the spell description. Poisonous snake.
Yeah,
But it would be venomous.
Yes, I don't know why they haven't fixed it after all these years. It's ridiculous.
If you eat it
yes.
and you die, it's poisonous. If it eats you, or if it bites you and you die, it's venomous.
Exactly,
Ah.
which after the first like 20, 30 years, you would have thought they would figure that out and fix it, but apparently not. I suppose there is such a thing as a poisonous snake somewhere, probably. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
So you go through all the inventory. There's quite a lot. There's 2 full dragon wormlings. There are livers from 2 young adult dragons. So they're the sizes of cud, and they're the livers are, of course, I don't know, like 2 watermelons, right? Each. There's brain, there's heart, there's some terrific organs here. But how do you know which ones are good and which ones aren't?
Well, I know liver.
I don't know. I've been in kitchens long enough to know that liver and heart would be great. I don't know about brain.
But how do you know if any of them are any good still? Because it's been a couple of days since they were originally harvested.
Smell.
With the smell.
Well, what does Cracker do?
Well, Cracker gets in there and has a good sniff.
Okay, roll perception. Why do you have +4?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, it's
did
bless
you-
on. Hold on.
You've got
Guidance.
Bless
and
on. Yeah.
guidance. Yeah. Hold on. Can I
No
do you
problem.
want me to re-roll? Okay.
No,
Or
it's
just
fine.
11?
11's fine. Yeah, so they don't smell terrible, and you're also not 100% sure what Cessna is going to do with them, but cooking it would make it a lot more palatable, especially with spices.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel like maybe you need to be a little bit more sure, though.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna raw liver is raw liver. I could probably eat that and find out.
It's very tough, so do you want to try to pick it up and bite it, or do you want help? Because
I'm gonna try and shave off a bit with my great axe. It's pretty sharp. I should be able to just shave a good little piece off there.
okay, Cud offers to hold it in place for you because it's a bit slippery still.
Right. Yeah, it would be pretty slimy.
Mm-hmm. Roll an attack roll. Yeah, you cut off a nice size sliver. Cud's thumb looks briefly like it was in danger, but he manages to yank it back, and he just looks at you.
Can anyone make fire? Oh, wait a second.
I can.
We could just give it a little singe around the edges. Can I just hold it up to the horse?
He turns around and his fiery tail is presented to you, but he just sort of looks in the opposite direction. And Dallin gets a telepathic message. Really?
I'm gonna use my create bonfire and just say that it lasts for a minute. You can.
And he trots away from the rest of you guys and snuzzles Dallin and then stands behind Dallin like he needs protection.
There you go. Here's the fire. But just be careful. It burns hot.
Okay.
Disrespected.
Okay, so I put it on a couple sticks and just give it a little sizzle because just to make sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't want to die over dragon liver. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's nicely crispy.
All right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Do you want a constitution roll or anything?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But you can do survival check first to see if you cook it properly.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
Not great.
you've been around fire. You know when something's been burnt, so it's definitely not raw anymore. That you're 90% certain, like 70% certain that there's 60% certain that it's got some heat on it.
Before she puts
It's 50-50.
Before she puts it in her mouth, I'm gonna cast guidance on her, just in case.
So this is a good point. So guidance is an ability check.
Yeah, maybe she's.
But it isn't. But it isn't a saving throw.
No, right.
Which is the other one.
True.
Raw liver ain't so bad. It's better frozen, actually.
Mm-hmm. I mean, heart's pretty good raw.
Oh, I haven't had that yet.
When you hunt, we hunt bison. So if you're dressing in the field, sorry, not in game, out of character. Or is it?
Dances with wolves. No, you're not. Yeah, there you go. At this point, there's a fluttering of dust, and Aegeus lands amongst all of you as Cessna also pulls up. He goes, "What's going on here?"
We found some sellers. Buyers. We're the sellers.
But, Cessna. Well, I guess, I was going to sell some of it to you anyway. What do you think? And Aegeus is stroking his familiar, which is currently in the shape of a hairless cat.
Oh, sorry.
What is that?
What do you mean?
That looks That looks. Can I hold that?
It's my familiar. Yeah, here. Be gentle.
What is this thing? Oh, you know what's great about this? And I walk a little closer to the bonfire because I had stepped back with the burnt liver, and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking out loud a little. I'm just thinking, Cessna cooking, new recipes. The way we haven't been able to get dragons, so we've been kind of disguising it in bacon, and how this looks super crispy. This would crisp up great on the outside. I'm just gonna taste it. So I give it a big lick, and there's no fur to get caught in your mouth. Like this is great. Can you make more of these?
Out of your arms and back to Aegeus. And Aegeus just like holds him protectively and goes, "What are you, insane? What's the matter with you? Who is this?" And Cestus shouts, "Cracker, stop! You can't lick people's pets."
Oh, Cessna, you're always looking for new food. Don't you want to be a little bit more adventurous?
I am
This is new.
adventurous. This you can't do. Stop it! Stop trying to eat people's pets. What's wrong with you?
I like her.
You said you had all this experience.
Everything's
Have you-
food. Everything's food if you're hungry enough.
I really like her.
Well, I mean, that's true, but you still can't do. I mean, it's obviously his familiar. I'm so sorry that
All
she's.
right.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into her. I mean, she's new. She's still learning. Well, I mean, it's fine. Just keep her away from me and my stuff, and So, what's the deal? Are you going to buy all the dragon liver? I don't know. Cracker, what do you think? It looks okay, right? Doesn't it?
Tastes great.
You sure?
Yeah, I think it's great. Here, have a bite.
Can I have a bite?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to roll for Cessna's perception?
I will.
I'll do it.
Okay. I said first. So Cessna gets a big bonus to perception, just FYI. No, this is off. This is. Oh, I'm sorry, Aegeus, but I think at least this part of the liver is not good anymore. We can't take this. Cracker, I told you, if it starts to smell funny, you can't eat it. I mean, most people don't have that kind of constitution. They can absorb this kind of stuff.
So you mean most of our customers are weak?
No, they just have different palates. We've talked
fussy.
we've talked about this.
Too fussy. This is so stupid. Food is food. That's food. Eat it, or you're wasting it. And that's
Well,
worse.
No, but you can't. But they can't. They'll be sick. It's not. We can't.
Need
Is
more
this why?
spices.
Is this why people aren't coming back? They only eat there once.
You just need more spices. A little spicier, it kills everything.
No,
has a
no.
For weak people.
No,
Humans.
spoiled meat kills people. No, you can't. You can't do that. We can't. We can't keep having this conversation. You've got to change it. You can't do that anymore. I can't leave you in charge if you're going to keep feeding raw meat and rotten meat to people.
I think she should come with us.
I turn to these guys and I say, "Do you guys want a little amateur butcher with you? I mean, I can do
Absolutely.
some work." Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is a better fit.
We won't
No!
judge you here for your taste preferences.
But I just paid for your shipping down here. I still have all your futon is in my flat.
I don't care. Just keep it all. You can make the money back selling it to someone else.
It's not worth anything. It's got smell of half work in it.
What are you saying? What are you saying? That that's a bad smell? I'm finished.
I think my stew is boiling over.
Yeah.
And Cessna runs off around the corner.
Welcome to the family.
Absolutely
Thanks.
welcome to our little party.
This is good. Although I did leave everything except my great axe there. So if I borrow some money from you, can I pay you back?
How much are you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I need some stuff, I need I need a war hammer and a longbow and some water
What about the
skin.
money from the journal? Could we give her that?
The 340 gold, 2 sapphires.
The
Oh, that's low.
oh, I forgot about that stuff. The 133 in the journal. Could we give her that? We also have rations in there, so she doesn't have to buy that.
Is there a way to see what your item list costs in gold without going into each individual item?
Why don't you just go back and get your stuff?
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone else could go in there and get it. I think Cessna's pretty pissed at me.
Imagine
Would
that.
anybody be willing to hop in there and grab my gear? It's just in the back. I mean, I
Sure,
haven't
I'll
even
do it.
unpacked.
I'll go.
I just got there. So I take out a little notebook and I write down this latest career and the dates of working there, just so I can keep track for my next job.
Like if
Less
like
than
really,
24
10 pages
hours.
in, that's filled.
Yes. Exactly. Flip, 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 flip to a clean page. Yeah.
That's great. All right.
So Cessna will throw some of Cracker's stuff out the window in a fit of pique.
That's fair.
Bloody half-orcs, can't trust them. They're always unreliable. Oh, give me this, give me that. Oh, what am I to do? There's no one to cook, and I've got to deal with everything else back in Neverwinter. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm ruined.
Should we find her another cook?
I don't suppose you'd all be willing to invest, and then I could, well, Cora, it's like that relationship that I had with Lark. You could invest, and then I'd be able to take this money and hire some more people and get this place really off the ground. Plus, with the shipment of dragon meat, I think we could start to make something interesting.
How much are we
I don't think
talking?
you wanted the dragon meat.
Henrietta first, then Joe.
How much are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. 100 each?
So
100 what gold pieces?
Gold?
100 gold per. So 500 gold? That's what you're thinking?
Yeah. Well, I mean, normally it would cost quite a lot more than that. Starting a tavern is usually about, I think, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 gold pieces. But, we do have a lot of infrastructure already built up. So all I need is just enough working capital to go hire some people, and we should be good to go.
Well, I can put the 250 in if somebody else can put 250 in.
Well, we have that sack of gold from the ship. We could put that towards it.
But what do we get for it?
Well, my undying gratitude, and of course a share of the profits.
How much share of the profit?
I don't know.
Well,
if it's 500,
15.
20. I mean 10.
Nope, 20. Sure.
Radiant,
20.
you don't start at 15. You start at 50.
Start at 50.
Yeah.
And Cessna spits in his palm and sticks out his hand, which goes back and forth from being a human young female's to a giant bugbear hairy hand, and sticks it out, waiting for you to shake it.
I'm not good
Deal.
with commitment.
So 50%, yeah?
50, right?
No, come on.
What? We just said 50%, and you're
She
sticking
said
your hand out.
15.
20.
20. Done. Deal. Sticks it back out again.
Oh my
And then
god!
grabs Meridian's hand and then forces a shake. Congratulations. You've bought 20% of the restaurant. Well done. Congratulations. Terrific.
That's
Drop
pretty
off the dragon meat in the back and come back in maybe a day or so after I've done roasting everything, and we'll have some stuff to eat. Should be good. I'm excited.
Next time.
Well, at least
you-
you're a good cook. Yeah, I can come back and eat here. Are you gonna have any hard feelings towards me?
Bring me back something good and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
As for the
Don't be
payment,
fussy.
we could just offer what we found. Unless anybody wants to split it up. We have the 340 gold from the pouch in the ship, as well as 2 nice sapphires.
True.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much would these sapphires be worth?
Hopefully enough to compensate.
Well, Cessna can't take the sapphires because he doesn't know the value of them either.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least
what
we've
if
got.
we talk it up and
340.
we're like, these are such good quality sapphires. I don't think we can give these up. These are worth so much.
You should trust her. She's a dwarf.
I am a dwarf. I know everything about stones.
agree.
And I'm sorry.
Don't.
I
We don't
agree.
know
You should keep them.
how.
So we've got 340 in a pouch, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
put it in
agreed
the,
500.
Right.
I can take
Okay,
the rest.
so I'll put the 160 in.
Okay, you can do it.
Thanks, Cora. That's very nice of you.
Okay.
So
I'll
just to
edit
be
the
clear,
journal.
are you guys putting it in as a party? Because if you put it in as a party, it'll be different economics for you. I mean, it's 20%, but the way I was thinking of it is if you each put in 100, you'll each get 4%. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has everybody got 100 to put in?
I only have
Uh,
150 gold.
It's okay.
got-
I got a lot.
Same here.
Yeah.
I did get rid of a lot because of the dragon baby.
I suppose the investment could just be party funds.
Yeah. And we just split it equally. 20%.
We got 500 in party funds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the way we can do it to make it all equal.
Well, keep track of it individually. So the way it works is you are each taking an individual investment in it. As and when something comes out, if there's a dividend to be paid, if there's kind of a benefit from it, those of you who have an equity ownership will get that. Those of you who don't, won't, because you're not playing as a party, you're playing as a group of individuals in a party.
Mm-hmm.
Just like each of you have your own character arcs, right? So Joe will attest that Don's character, Lark, was the only player who had invested at the time in his group, and he continued to get these additional benefits. Some of the other people got benefits for different, but you don't get the same. You don't get the same benefits if you're not an equity shareholder. So
I'll put down 100.
Sure.
Yeah,
me
I'm
too.
going to put down
Sure.
100.
you don't have to. Nobody's required to do it.
No, I'm putting down 100.
Yeah.
So
With my
Yvonne's character is going to need to be fronted the cash, and Yvonne, you'll obviously need to keep track of who you owe money to, so you
Yeah.
can repay them.
Up front you, the dosh.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a game, right? I mean, I could just keep printing money.
Yeah.
No political statement whatsoever.
Too funny.
Very good. So you managed to make friends with Cessna and become not only friends, also business partners. Cessna is very grateful. He immediately starts running out and trying to, in his female form, convince various people on the street to work for him. You see him having a brief discussion with the 2 old lady pilots. They seem to be thinking about it, getting very excited, and then Cessna points to the party, mentioning that you're equity holders apparently, and they look at Cessna, then look at the party, look at Cessna again, and start running off.
After we saved their lives.
Well,
How
it's not
dare
that
they.
they're not grateful, but they're probably a little worried that somebody's going to come into the restaurant and eat one of them. So, Aegeus looks at all of you and goes, "Well, I guess we've gotten all the meat taken care of. I just have to deal with some of these other special items like the acid sacs and the glands and some of the dragon scales and talons. What are you gonna do?" As he leans in and whispers conspiratorially, "About your female friend on board." And he does a little hand gesture with each of his fingers where he sticks his index finger down from his mouth, like two little fangs.
Let her loose, I suppose.
But we've got to get the thing off the boat, The thing, the big thingy that she sleeps in.
True.
Coffin?
Shh. And he looks around over his shoulders. Don't say it out loud.
Well, we have a nice, strong party member with us now.
Maybe they can help?
No, but I mean, what are you just going to leave her out here in the middle of the town square?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask her.
Yeah, it's ultimately her decision. We don't want to trap her any more than she has been. We could even get her a boat and she can travel by night.
Yeah, vampires and water, not a great combination. Also, vampires and no shade, also not a great combination.
That's fair.
That
But
sounds
she'd
like
be
a her
free.
problem, though.
He just looks at Meridian like, she's gonna get and then he looks at the rest of you and goes, "You realize she's gonna get you all killed one day."
Hasn't happened yet.
Just ask her what she wants to do. And see if we can help her.
Okay.
Maybe we can convince someone to let her stay in their cellar.
Hello. Hello. Do you want a vampire in your cellar?
It wants to
I
feed
mean-
on you too.
Yeah.
She can be in charge of inventory for Susna.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There we go.
One
There will-
dragon, two dragon, three dragon.
Inventory by day, vampire by night.
Yeah.
The counting vampire.
But she can't kill anybody. She can only take small bits. That way she doesn't start a rampage.
So, do you want to ask her?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So you're going to go down into the cellar, into the hold,
The cellar of the boat.
the cellar
Yeah.
of the boat.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
pop down.
Knock on the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We've arrived. Where do you want to go?
You can be a
Mm.
little more
Yeah.
suave with that.
Oh. What time is it? Is it time for breakfast?
By the way, Cracker, this is Clarissa.
Hello,
Oh.
Clarissa. I don't think I've ever met someone like you.
And she sidles up to Cracker and runs her pale hand over Cracker's muscular green arm, her fingernails sharpened to a point, dragging and tickling and slightly hurting as she scratches your skin. Ooh,
Oh, you're playful.
you look like you have quite a lot of blood in you.
Well, you'd be hard pressed to get it out.
Oh, a challenge.
Oh gosh.
I like your hair, though. the right color.
Hmm. Yes, it's been this way for so long. Every time I try to change it, it just goes back. So, what's the plan? Have you found me a home yet? Presumably,
what
I'm
we're
not
here to
staying
ask
on the
you.
ship. Oh, well, I don't know. I'd quite like to be someplace in the thick of things. Lots of foot traffic. As she sniffs the forearm of Cracker.
Go easy.
Clarissa doesn't really know going easy.
No.
Energetic. I'm
You know,
very
Clarissa,
hungry.
if
Mhm.
we allow you to stay in the city, right? If we get you a place in the city, can you ensure to us that you won't kill everyone?
And she puts her hand over her breast. How could you? Of course I wouldn't kill everyone. What fun would it be if everyone were just like me?
Keyword
Or
everyone.
dead.
I mean, that's a good point, but you see, I know you wouldn't kill us because we're your friends and we made a deal with you, but these people haven't made a deal with you.
Well, I mean, even the shepherd doesn't slay his entire flock.
Entire.
Every once in a while, one has to harvest some mutton. You do it. I've even seen her, pointing at Meridian, eating her own kind.
Half kind. Thank you.
Potato, tomato.
Do you guys think it's safe?
Of
No.
course,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
safe.
To let a vampire anywhere near humans? No.
But like, she needs to eat.
And she's sort of dangling one little index finger in between her teeth while she's looking at all of you. You all look so warm.
Excuse
Do
me.
you
I
eat
take
anything
offense to
else?
that.
Do you need human blood? Can you eat like other kinds of blood?
Oh, yes, I'm not entirely picky. As long as it's a humanoid.
Hmm. I can think of a few people I'd sick you on.
What about animals?
No, we had this conversation. I believe that animals have rights, and for that reason, I refuse to eat anything that hurts an animal or animal.
You know, you remind me of a certain someone.
And she saddles up to Meridian and goes, Really? Ooh.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that fellow? He was such a weirdo, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, I can't eat plants because somebody said they have feelings. I can't eat animals because somebody said they've got brains. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Somebody has got a very, very heavy breath, I have to say. Is it possible without muting? I don't want you to mute, but is it possible that we could sort of move the microphone a little bit farther away? Thank you. So, yeah, what's the consensus? Look,
I mean,
I just want some place where I can be amongst people. I haven't seen anybody that I can recall. It's got to be at least a few hundred years based on what you told me for the current date. And I mean, don't you think I deserve to be out and about and have a little fun? As she
How
twirls one of her reddish locks.
how
we
often?
did bring her here for a reason.
Yeah, but how often do you need to feed?
Well, it depends. I mean, if I have a full meal, I can go without for quite a long time. But if I've got to restrict my activities, then obviously it's like being on a diet, isn't it? You've got to have little meals.
Do you guys know anybody you don't like around here? We could leave her there.
Oh, vengeance eating is so delicious. But no, I'm afraid not. I'm from Thay, and you know what they say in Thay?
What do they say
No.
in Fae? They.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't have any memories. I thought maybe you might know.
What goes in Faye stays in Faye.
Is that what they say?
Maybe.
Probably. But one more thing. If we leave you here, you have to promise to not mention us if somebody asks you who brought you here.
And she looks at you all, and she takes one of her very pointy fingernails and draws an X over her breast and says, "Cross my heart and hope to die."
You already have.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
It's okay. She's in denial.
I thought we were in Chult.
Oh my god. There has to be an abandoned building or something near here.
Yeah.
Do you
Maybe
know
on
any
like a side
places,
road or something?
Cracker?
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I'd talk to Susna. You never know. They might be up for it. You know, having the basement dweller.
Eh.
And I mean, there's lots of meat. There might be something they can do, and lots of weird meat.
Her feeding has to be live though, like pumping.
Yeah, we should ask her though. She knows a lot of stuff about eating. And I mean weird eating.
From the person who just tried to lick Aegeus's familiar.
Everything's food.
Aegeus is looking at you like, do you hear yourself?
Self-awareness isn't one of my skills.
Rolled low
I'm not
on self-perception. -5 for self-perception modifier. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely know. I know some people like that, actually. Well, I don't
we
know
ask
who
her?
this
You never
Susna
know.
is, but if Susna has a basement and he's not using it, and I mean, what is a Susna anyway? Is it a person?
Yeah. Humanoid.
Don't kill him though.
Is he?
He's a business partner. Don't kill him.
Oh, all right. What kind of business?
It's a bar.
Wow.
Restaurant. Food.
Lots of people.
Restaurant. Oh, that's interesting. So lots of people coming in and out all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does he serve alcohol as well?
Probably.
So they come in
Oh,
and
yeah.
out and get drunk.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Easy meals. Oh my god.
You know, I used to be quite an accomplished singer. I think I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Is Susna
Well.
an inn or just a bar? Do they rent rooms or?
Susna runs a full-on. Well, Joe, you can tell us about Susna.
Well, he has the kitchen, obviously the restaurant, but he also has musicians going around the tables.
Yes.
Um,
And he also had, I don't know if you did. I think you knew this at one point. The Culinary Institute of Phandalin, where he
Spiffy.
trains other world-class chefs.
Ah, I didn't realize he did that.
Oh,
I thought
did you
he'd
not?
come from the culinary school.
No, he founded
himself.
it. Yeah, he
Ah,
founded it.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can take Cracker's room and be a singer, entertainer for Cessna. But not feed
Well, that
on
does
too
sound like
many other
fun.
customers, because then people won't come back. And we won't make money.
Well, I suppose that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yes. And, well, yeah, sure. I could just, I mean, if it's nighttime, I could always go out as long as I get a few nights off so I can feed.
Sure. Well, that's not up to me, but
It's something you could definitely discuss with Cessna.
just be smart about it. And maybe not say to Cessna that you're a vampire. Probably
Yeah,
not smart.
just someone looking for work.
Yeah.
You don't think he's going to get suspicious if I don't walk around in the sunlight? That I'm
Get a
very
sun hat.
pale? That I have to sleep in the giant stone box every night?
You don't have to show me a stone box.
Where am I going to sleep?
Yeah, but
Well,
he
you sleep
doesn't
in the
have to see
day,
it.
so you're perfect. You work at night.
Yeah, you work at night and then you have to sleep in the daytime.
So I think you guys have put together a very intriguing proposition. Let's have a group. I don't know. Kind of it's kind of persuasion. It's kind of deception. You guys are slightly taking Cessna for a ride on this one, but yeah. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
I'm fine with either.
I think persuasion.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know you're fine with
persuasion.
either, Emma. Emma, no morals, Meridian.
I didn't mean it that way.
I think we
I
should
think
go
persuasion because we're not trying to fool Cessna necessarily. I think Cessna would know that she's a vampire.
Well, it sounded like one of your party members said specifically not to discuss it and not to bring it
Oh,
up and try to mislead on that.
Yeah,
Or
I
did
don't think that's the way to go though, because he's gonna sus. Cessna's gonna sus.
Sure,
I mean,
if you
it's
want
in
to
the
tell
name.
him.
Come on.
Sure, but
I think we need to be upfront with him, and she needs to promise to. Well, if she's gonna feed on the drunks, but don't take too much at any one point. They're gonna wake up with a hangover anyway. It's just gonna be worse than normal.
And he needs replacements anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Instead of doing it at advantage, just because to save on the rolls, I'm just going to have everybody roll persuasion once, including Cracker.
oh my
Natural
god.
20.
Well, I guess
25 and a 1. Nice.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, good. Okay. So 25, so that's an average. 25 and a 1, that's literally above average. Well done. 20,
17.
16, 8. Yeah, so that's going to be enough. Cessna, as you said, is actually desperate for help. And you are telling Cessna that Clarissa's a vampire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to offset the advantage because obviously, I mean, who the hell wants a vampire, right? Oh, I don't know. This is very confusing. I mean, on the one hand, I do believe in the idea of people being, given a second chance. Heaven knows I've killed plenty, but it's not like I have to keep killing.
She's not gonna kill though. She's just gonna snack on the drunks and leave them with a slightly worse hangover than usual.
And you're not the
Make
one
a great
killing.
bouncer.
And Cessna looks at each of you, and you're not 100% sure if it's just because of the emotions involved, or maybe it's because of Cessna's shape-changing abilities, but you think Cessna's eyes just get really, really big and slightly watery. And Cessna looks at each of you and says, "Do you promise not to let her hurt me?
He has promised Susna not to hurt you.
But do you promise to protect me?
Absolutely.
Dallin?
Sure. We'll do everything we can.
Shh. Shh.
Well, what can I say? We're not gonna be here every day. But we have told her not to hurt you. You're our business partner. And she understands. And she owes us.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I need help. Come along then. And Susna will say, oh, right, yeah, can't, sunlight, yep. Fine, we'll move the blocks at night, and she can, you don't mind being in the meat locker, do you? And Clarissa will look at Susna and say, oh, I think I'd quite prefer it, actually. And the deal is struck.
Yay!
Woo!
Well done.
Up, guys.
That was cool.
So-
I like that.
So this is a good time to take a little 5-10 minute break. We'll pick up in about 5 to 10 minutes, and you guys can think about what you'd like to do next.
Okay.
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 Right.
So Yvonne, just so you know, what we do is we take a little break halfway through, and
Okay.
I'm going to mute. If you'd like to mute, you're certainly welcome to. When I come back, I'll unmute, and whenever everybody else is back, we'll resume.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Looks like everybody's back. If you're not here, please say so.
No.
Of course.
You wanted us to say if we're not here? Oof.
It's a joke.
Gosh, then make it funny. I'm kidding. That was really a joke. That wasn't that wasn't meant to be rude.
Wow.
I came into that was a joke. We'll make it funny, and I thought, oh, rude.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Roll initiative. Yeah,
Why
nobody
do I
else.
hear-
Just you.
Why do I hear boss battle music?
And Greenback is back.
Bum, 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 bum.
Your familiar suddenly grows to ginormous size and then suckers your face until you can no longer breathe. And he says to
Cthulhu.
telepathically, "How do you like it now?" Yeah. So is Yvonne back? No. Okay. So yes, well done. Everybody's got. You guys have got a solution for Clarissa and also a solution for Susna.
Two birds with one stone.
Yes, exactly.
And hopefully we'll get some dragon liver crisps.
Oh, yes.
They are the bee's knees.
Yeah, just beware of the coffee.
Okay.
That coffee was
What's a
crazy
coffee?
strong.
That coffee was interesting.
I feel like I'm
I'm a
missing
sucker for coffee.
It's like it's not really coffee. It's more like Red Bull
Poison?
mixed with crack.
something.
Oh my.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least you'll get energized.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Everything has consequences.
Well, exactly. Yeah, everything does have consequences. Yeah. Yeah, so Yvonne and I worked on her introduction. We tried to make it tried to write it to make it as funny as possible.
Oh,
Make
she's
it
a
I
great
memorable.
liked it.
role
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
And thanks for being so nice and welcoming.
No, we're gonna
we always-
hate her.
Mhm.
Turn her away.
Hit
I
the
mean,
buzzer.
if you've got a complaint, let me know.
And she's
You can
fun.
always-
I like it.
Hi there. Sorry.
Howdy.
That's fine. We were just
Right,
talking
we were just
about
talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
No. Oh, good.
it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We are back.
I want to go shopping.
Yes. The shopping. Yes. I'm so sorry. Yes.
We keep putting it off.
I'm not
Need
trying.
stuffs.
I'm not. I promise I'm not trying to. So, Aegeus is going to say, "Look, it's been fun and all, but I think I need to get back to the island and start. Once I collect my gold from Cessna, start building this stuff, and I need to start hiring some construction people as well. So." I don't know. See you later.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's fair.
It's been nice
See you,
working
dude.
with you. Or what I remember, anyways.
Yeah. Good luck with that. And he looks at Meridian. And Meridian, Emma, you can roll insight check for Meridian.
Oh boy. My favorite. Hold on. Insight.
I can't tell if you're so young that I can't tell if you're just sarcastic now or your just natural resting state is sarcasm. 'Cause it could be either.
Who knows? 14.
14. Yeah, that is not just a. It's a bit loaded, let's just say.
I look at him weirdly, but don't say anything.
He goes, right. So, you also mentioned something about the bard Maryvale. Is there something else I need to be aware of about the island?
Only that it's cursed. Like we told you.
And he kind of like pauses, holds up a finger. Never mind. Cursed how? Yeah.
It's cursed.
Cursed.
Yeah.
You don't need any more details than that.
That's really helpful.
Well, we don't know how it's cursed. It's just
What?
cursed.
And how do you know it's cursed?
Well, a lot of bad things happened.
Go on.
No, that's it. Like being
That's it.
attacked
Don't
by
worry, I'm sure-
dragons, being
Yeah.
attacked by dinosaurs, being attacked by swampy tree creatures
Yeah.
from the watery depth, cubes.
Who
Yellow
knows what could be on that
cubes.
island?
Sorry, what was that, Henrietta? You got cut off there.
Oh, just the jelly cubes on the water. Not a nice place. Cursed.
Isn't that just like a normal Tuesday for you?
Well,
No, it means that it's cursed. That's what we're trying to tell you. We just want you to be careful.
yeah. And we did also get attacked by a ghostly dryad thing before we met you. Cursed.
It feels like you're not telling me something. You wouldn't hold back, would you?
Of course not. We would never. We like you.
Roll deception.
Nah, 15.
And he looks down, he looks in your eyes, and he looks down, and he takes out a small item from his pouch. It is a very, very small painting on a tiny little, literally thumbnail-sized canvas. And it is a picture of a beautiful flower. And he hands it to Dallin.
Okay.
He says, "You know, I actually painted this in Professor Fizzle's class back in Silvery Moon. It was the only time she ever said I did anything right.
Okay.
I want you to have it because I trust you."
Thank you. Is it cursed?
Oh, investigation!
Oh my god. I don't know. I'll just take it. Just thank you.
I know that I've had some differences sometimes, and I come across a bit gruff, and I've got some things I feel like I need to prove. So it's a failing, but you understand, I've always had to be on my own. My family name has been more of a burden than anything. But it's good to know that I can rely on good friends who will look out for me and always try to help me no matter what.
Right.
And he gives Dallin a very friendly pat on the shoulder, especially, and then he waves gently at the rest of you.
Well,
Wave back.
Yeah.
keep an eye out on that island. There, who knows what's on there, right?
Just be careful.
Now, what are you not telling me?
Just be careful. Don't kill all the dinosaurs, okay? Remember, they're an attraction. Don't kill all of them.
And watch out for like the bloody river. Erase
Yeah.
your memories and stuff.
Yeah.
Be careful of that river.
Oh, the bloody river. Okay, yeah, I could definitely, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Maybe
Cursed.
All right.
set up shop away from the river so that your guests don't lose their memories as well. Kind of
Or
vibe
you
from-
can make them lose their memories and then trick them into think they came here over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they've already, they
Devious.
they haven't paid yet.
Exactly.
It's like a goodbye cocktail when I give them the bill.
There
No,
you
I
go.
can't do that. That's good.
Sweet.
That's, I mean, if they ever caught me, I'd get terrible reviews on Yelp.
Yep.
What's Yelp?
I don't know. I'm thinking of making some new thing that, allows people to give reviews for Magus Towers that they visited. And, it's a work in progress.
And you want to call
Canon.
it Yelp?
Yeah, you're right. That's stupid. That's a dumb name. Nobody would ever use something called Yelp. All right. Well, as they say in Silvery Moon, toodaloo! And he runs back to his ship, jumps on. Clarissa, of course, has gone with Cessna and disappeared. And Aegeus starts to turn the boat around, and he sails off out of the harbor without the pilots, so he very narrowly avoids crushing a smaller fishing vessel on the way out. Look out! Just get out of the... Go! And he casts a spell, and there's a big gust of wind that you see suddenly push the smaller boat out of the way.
I was about to say I feel kind of sad, but I think you'll be okay.
Oh, by the way, you forgot this! And he throws the centaur body onto the deck, onto the docks.
Well, now what are we going to do with that?
Poor thing, been trapped
Not
on the
my
island.
problem!
He's been trapped on the island for all his life, and when he finally gets off, he dies.
Dies immediately.
Yeah. He
Didn't even make it to land.
No.
It's terrible.
Well,
Yeah, you people are just really, really lovely.
well, we didn't
We're
do
awesome.
anything. We didn't know he was this squishy.
Yeah, right?
He's
We
a
could have
centaur.
guessed,
They're supposed to
though,
be
since he's,
strong
like-
and stuff.
Yeah, he would hit
He's-
once.
There's also a centaur that's riding another horse, which I don't think is common. So maybe he just doesn't know how to be a centaur.
Maybe.
And I guess he never will.
Anyways, you guys want to go shopping?
Yeah.
Shopping!
Yeah.
Vicious. Okay. So as you guys are walking down the thoroughfares, there are a few, beggars and panhandlers, some street urchins. Would everyone please give me a D20 roll? Just a straight D20 roll.
D20. Oh.
Yep. Wow. Very nice. Okay. All right. Oh, and Yvonne, could you do me a favor? Your the color for your avatar in Roll20 is a light green, which is very similar to the lime green I'm using. Would you be able to choose something else so that it doesn't look
Yes.
like me? That would
How
be
do I
great.
change that?
I think if you left click on it, you can do it.
Okay.
If you can't do it today, don't worry about it. It's definitely possible, but it doesn't have to happen now. We can do it out of game. A few blocks down, you see a sign on there's actually a sort of a worker painting this logo on the side of the building near Susna's.
New shop?
Ooh.
Do you ask the worker who's painting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, halfling fella.
Oh, is it that shoe shop that guy was talking about?
Uh-huh.
I guess so. I mean, and he stands next to you and then literally looks into the window that you can see through yourself and says, "Yep, looks like shoes to me."
You're incredibly helpful, sir.
Hey,
Got
we
you
got
there
that
safe
pair
and
of weird-
sound.
We got those pair of weird shoes. I wonder if that would be a
Oh, yeah.
place to
Oh,
sell
that's
them.
true.
That's true.
I'm gonna go
Wouldn't
in the
even thought
shop
of
because
that.
I want to have a look around and see if they've got anything decent in there.
Me too.
Oh
And as you
my.
walk in,
Okay.
a very heavily armored halfling struts up looking like he owns the place, which I guess technically
He
kind of
does.
does. And he says, more biggins? Is that core I see?
It certainly
Ah.
is.
Lassie, you're getting bigger and bigger.
Nah, you're just getting smaller.
Lucky for you I'm in the shoe business. I'm no longer smiting people for making jokes like that. But don't test me, woman.
Hey, what have you got? What new products have you got? Anything decent?
Well, just so happens I got myself a new pair of very nice armored boots. Might work for somebody like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Assuming you've got any taste, of course.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Flashy.
My gosh.
They got any special features, or are they just armored boots? I know
Well,
what you're like.
they can definitely kick some arse, but I think the best thing you could do is give them a spin.
Cool. I'll try them on.
And as you try them on, they conform to your feet perfectly. They actually feel quite comfortable despite being incredibly high. And you realize that these probably do have some special ability.
And
To be
how
honest
much
with
are
you,
these?
To be honest with you, I don't really know if they do anything special. I've just got them in, and they're from a new supplier.
And how much are they?
Well, I don't really know. What you reckon?
Five gold pieces.
Go on. And he starts tugging at them to try to take them off your feet.
Well, give me a figure then. What do you want for them?
Oh, I don't know. They're obviously special. I don't really know what they do, though. I've been trying to figure it out, but, I don't have that magical ability. Anyway, tell you what? I'll let them go for a trade in kind.
What do you want?
I don't know. What have you got?
We do have shoes
We do
Magic
have shoes.
shoes.
from Cullen's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Cullen. Do I know him? Sounds like
Probably
somebody
not.
I'd know. Is he from the Shires?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Show
Good.
him the boots, guys.
Whoever has them produces the boots.
I don't remember who was holding them.
You probably just left them there then.
Well,
No, they're in the party notes. Like they're
Yeah.
in
All
and I
right.
thought maybe Ellie was holding them.
the yeah.
Yes, that could be it. So actually, where are the boots? Good Lord. I didn't expect you guys to be pulling those things out.
Hey,
Really?
it's a shoe shop.
We're going
They're
to a shoe
magical
shop.
shoes.
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to pull them out to get rid of. I thought you might hold on to them, but it's okay. Fine, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So you produced the shoes, the hoofed sandals. Wow, those are what you call them?
Shoes.
But they're magic shoes.
They are.
What do they do?
They
Well,
camouflage your
Go ahead.
footprints.
it's whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So
You want to look like you got hoofs? You got hoof prints. Want to look like you got little tiny baby feet? You got little tiny baby feet.
Can they make my feet look hairier?
Sure. Maybe not your actual feet, but your footprints will look quite hairy.
How's that going to work then?
Well, you attune to them, I suppose.
No, I mean, how would you know that something had hairy feet?
I don't know, little hair imprints in the sand?
You haven't thought that out, have you?
No.
I'm not sure there's a lot of demand for these, I have to say. Can you sweeten the deal and throw something else in? Doesn't have to be shoes, mind you. There's a fella roaming around the city. He's got some kind of, he's got a bunch of stuff in his inventory. I might be able to trade with him.
Let's see what else we've got.
And what
I've
about
got
you,
some-
lassie? And he looks at Cracker. You've got some pretty big pods. I imagine getting shoe sizes to fit is not exactly the easiest thing.
It's not, but I don't really need too much. I mean, I just fight. I don't need all these bells and whistles.
Well, we don't sell any bells nor whistles here. So you're in luck?
I think I'm good for now.
All right. You're a loss.
I do have a pearl.
A pearl, you say?
Yes.
Let's
I
have a
some
look see.
Windex.
Okay.
You have some what? Windex? Don't know what that
Wooden
is.
dice.
Wooden dice?
Yeah, I found some wooden dice. I show him the
Play a
wooden
dice
dice.
game.
And what am I supposed to do with these?
Compliment them.
Compliment wooden dice.
Yeah, they're
Play-
quite nice. I mean, look at them.
Play games?
I wrote down that I have wooden dice in my inventory, so Oddly shaped wooden dice.
Cora, is she a bit touched? You feeling all right, lass? Come here. And he yanks at your vestments so that he can pull you a bit closer. He's surprisingly strong. And he immediately puts his very tiny hand on your forehead.
I do feel a little cold, I suppose, and I puff a little cold breath in his face.
Oh, don't you know you need to wear a mask if you're going to be sick like that?
Right, my mistake. And I'll stand back up.
And he's still holding on to your vestments as you do it, so he's like kind of clinging on for like a half
Oh,
second. Like,
thank
whoa,
you.
whoa, slow down there, lassie. Give a man a second to readjust. Oh, plop. Oh, more excitement than I've had in months. Look, all right, fine. What have you got then? Something magical? Something that's going to really pop? Something that's going to get somebody interested in a trade?
I don't know if you'd be interested in it though.
Go on. Let's hear it.
So it's I pull it out and it's like, you know, it kind of glows, so it's pretty cool and it's magic.
Am
I don't know
supposed
how
to
you'd
read
use it
your
for
mind?
shoes though.
What is it? What is you're pulling out?
I'm sorry, the Kasuth pendant. That's the only pendant I have.
Was anybody else confused?
That's my bad.
I could have taken that so many ways, just so you know.
I'm sorry.
Just whip it out. It's like,
Whip
It's a
out my
public-
special pendant.
it's a family store, lassie.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no,
Your
I pull out my
Kasuth
Kasuth
pendant.
pendant. Yeah.
Oh, right, yes. Oh. Ooh, fiery.
Mm-hmm. And it glows slightly. Isn't it cool? Like, it looks really cool.
Well, it's definitely an interesting trinket, but don't know that anybody's going to be trading for it. I mean, does it do anything? Does it matter to anyone?
Kasuth.
Bless you.
You're funny. It's a Titan guy. He's quite powerful.
Yes, I can see how that's going to really bring in the customers. I've got this pendant, you see, and it's got to do with some Titan guy who sounds like a sneeze.
It's true. It's true.
What'd you say his name was again? A Chew?
Kasuth.
A Chew?
Close. You're getting closer.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't sound like my cup of tea. But
that's
you know, if there's something you've got that you know what it does and it's got some value to it, I could probably move it. But I can't do anything with something that you don't even appreciate. I'm not a junk yard salesperson. You know, I'm not just taking all the dribs and drabs and the leftovers. You might try that wandering guy, though. He seems to be a bit of an expert in all kinds of crap.
Yes, I shall try that.
Well, you wanted the shoes to pop, right? I'm asking him. You wanted the shoes to pop, right?
I wanted the shoes to what?
Well, you said they might not draw in many customers, because I cast light on the shoes. And they glow very brightly. There, now they pop.
Oh, yes. Magic. Yeah. I can do a bit myself. And he takes one of the shoes and he attacks you with it.
I run away.
He rolls a 9 with his bonus. 12?
No. I like to imagine he just can't reach me.
You're lucky because I was going to smite you with that flip-flop, your virus-laden dragonborn.
I'm just teasing. Pulling your foot.
Yeah. You're lucky I'm a strength build, not a dex build paladin. Otherwise, I'd be flinging this at you. All right, fine. One more time. Come on.
Yeah,
Do we have anything to offer?
I don't think so. Not magical items.
We have sapphires. That's it.
Yeah. I don't have anything to offer a shoemaker.
Well, I do have.
It's not shoemaker. It's chip. Chip of shoulders.
My apologies.
I do have one thing, and I pull from my coin purse a brass coin, and this coin, it will give you luck. This is a luck coin. It's a magical coin.
You do know I'm a halfling.
I know, but you're gonna sell it, aren't you? You can get a hefty sum for this.
Can't sell your halfling luck.
No.
You make a good point. All right. You throw in the coin, them funny hoof shoes, and whatever that thing is, your Achu token. And sure, we'll call it a fair trade.
It's just that
Deal.
we don't know what the shoes do we?
Don't they create
Oh, our
mimic
shoes,
footprints?
but the shoes
no,
we
the-
are.
the
Oh, the new
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
The armored boots that I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
That he's still,
modeling for you.
that he's still, while he's having this conversation, he's still trying to tug them off. Cora, would you get your elephant-sized feet out of him?
They won't
Stop
come
it.
off.
Stop
They won't stay
expanding.
on my feet.
Stop expanding your toes.
Well, we're trading, aren't we?
But
Well, I don't know yet.
You
But the
just
longer
said
they
we've got
s-
a trade.
Well, have we? Right. Good. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And he slaps Cora on the butt. Now get out. And he takes the other stuff and he goes into the back and starts putting things away. I'm just kidding. Come back. Bring back your friends. 5% discount on anything that you see.
if we find out that you have been scamming us, we'll be back.
Oh, I'm shivering in my boots. Look. And he lifts up one foot and he shows you a bare foot and he says, not wearing any.
I'd like to accidentally trip him with my tail on the way out.
Okay. Roll an attack roll. Not that your tail actually is prehensile or can do it, but sure,
Exactly.
why not?
Well, I'll just walk, so like he has 1 foot up in the air, and my tail just happens to be behind him.
Yeah, like a giant Labrador. I get it.
Yeah. So is that just a strength check?
Well, you're certainly not getting proficiency. It's like an improvised
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. I'll just do strength. Okay. Beep. 7.
You swing and a miss. He ducks underneath and goes, ah, you bloody missed, you big fat lizard.
And I keep going.
I can't tell if I love or hate this guy.
I know that if he's scamming us, I'm talking to Clarissa. I'm giving
Oh,
her a
no.
target.
Whoa.
Now, there's a threat.
Don't know what a
Absolutely.
Clarissa is, but you're certainly welcome to come back to Pikey's and spend your hard-earned gold anytime you want.
Didn't want our gold. You just wanted our stuff.
That guy needs a kick.
Just teasing you, bud. Thanks for the service.
Thank you.
See you later. And Cora,
Yeah.
no refunds. Right. Now, where did I put those socks? Oh, that's right. I'm a halfling. I don't wear socks. He goes back inside and disappears in the back where he obviously is stocking things. So these are obviously special boots. You'll have to wear them for as long as needed to attune to them. Or somebody could cast identification to determine what they are. But attuning is what's going to be needed to use them. So we will have a 3 magical attuned item restriction, which is part of the rules. So we haven't really talked about it too much, but I think Cora might have 3 magical items that require attuning. Remember, Winrack requires attuning.
I've got Winrack. I've got my shield.
Yep.
I think that's it. Magical item wise.
Okay. Cool. Now, did anybody else want shoes? Because there are potentially other things. I mean, there's certainly nice shoes. They're not necessarily all magical, but he's got all kinds of funny designs in there. Some of them are from Faerun, some of them from Karatur, some of them from Northern Faerun, so they look like Neverwinter style boots and sandals and things. But then there's a lot of local type stuff as well.
I like to take it barefoot.
Fair enough. You like to feel the blood between your toes.
Exactly. Makes me feel alive.
Yeah. And especially if they're dead, right?
Exactly.
Cracker? And Cracker doesn't need anything either?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Dallin, of course, isn't even in normal humanoid form part of the time, so what difference does it make, really?
Mm. True.
Okay.
Does
Alrighty.
anybody have identify?
I don't think so.
Not anymore.
No.
I think Story did. But
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So you still have Cud and Hrimfaxi with you. They obviously stand out.
yeah.
Can't think why.
I'm going to move you guys around to make it a little bit easier.
Oh, Cud, we can pick you up some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tea. Yes, finally some tea. I've been waiting so long and... Oh, it's very thirsty work. By the way, what am I doing with you? Am I staying with you forever, or am I just going to go back to my previous life? Because I feel like at some point I'm supposed to tell my family about my brother's death.
Well, what would you like to do, Kurt?
Oh, no one's ever asked me that before.
I mean, we'd love for you to stay with us, but, you know, it's really up to you.
Oh.
And he sits down on the ground, Indian style, and he starts scratching his horn.
Tell you what, why don't we go get you some tea and you can mull it over a cup of tea?
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Yes.
All right. And he stands back up. And for a moment, you realize if you hadn't said that, he probably would have just sat there.
Sad cow. Come on, move along.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that a joke? That's a good one, little one.
And he pats you patronizingly on the head. Pat, pat, pat.
I roll my eyes. I guess I deserve that.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. So you guys going to keep going? You're going to head. Where do you guys want to go now?
I
what
would like
kind
to
of
buy
other
a
shops
health
are there?
potion.
Yes,
Ooh,
I want
that's
to
fair.
buy some potions.
You don't see anything that looks obviously like a potion store. I mean, there's not like a shingle hanging out that's got a picture of a beaker with liquid in it. There are stores that look like they maybe have plants.
I will.
There's also that wandering fella.
Yeah. I will go into the plant store and see if they have herbs so I can make a healing potion or two. Buy some ingredients.
Or 20,
Or
given
20.
how often we need them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, does anybody remember the rules on making healing potions?
And
If you
then
make it, it's half the cost, right?
Well, Yes, from a meta perspective, effectively that's right. But it isn't just half the cost. It's literally 25
Fine.
gold pieces of silver. So you need 250 silver pieces, which probably isn't impossible to find in the city, but it's not like you, unless you're carrying 250 pieces of silver. And especially if you're trying to make 10 of them, for example, you'd need 2,500, which is a lot, right? You also need a day per potion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Didn't realize
Yeah.
it was that long.
Yep.
Well, I've got 131 silver pieces.
I got 122.
Me too.
So you've got enough to make one healing potion. That's assuming that person doesn't do anything else that day. That character can't be involved in any roleplay. They can't be involved in any combat. They're basically out of the game for a whole day in game.
Huh?
Now, if you guys are just hanging out in town, that may be okay. And if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you guys are out adventuring, you can't just plop down in the middle of the jungle and do this. You'd also need some basic equipment, even if we hand wave some of it. It's going to be a little bit tricky if you're just sitting there, on a rocky plateau with no fire, no wood, no herbs of any kind.
Suppose we could stay here for a little bit.
Sure.
You can see if Seston's got any room.
So as Dallin goes into, so I just want to finish up what Dallin was trying to do. As she walks into the little storefront, it's clear that this is a herbalist's storefront.
Mm-hmm.
There is the sound of somebody rummaging in the back as the door opens and a little bell goes off.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Be right with you. Yep, be right with you.
Okay.
Yep. Right. Oh, hi. Sorry. And a fellow comes out.
Oh. Hello.
He's got this incredible beard that's almost like a lion's mane heading down, protecting his neck and his covering the front of his outfit, which is a very light linen outfit, which is suitable for the weather. Remember, this is sort of tropical jungle. Most of you are warm and uncomfortable. Meridian is, literally whatever the dragon-born equivalent of panting would be, and Cora
Melting.
is sweating. Even in her new boots, she's already feeling like she's sliding around in her new boots.
Yeah.
What kind of armor is Cracker wearing?
I don't think I have any.
Yep.
I think I have an explorer's pack and just common clothes.
Okay. Yeah, so Satina and Meridian and Cracker are, aside from the fact that Meridian is not really fire-based, the rest of you feel pretty comfortable. Dallin feels very comfortable, of course. Dallin's basically just wearing leaves at this stage.
I've got some gold ancestry in me.
Do you have fire resistance?
At 5th level, I can.
Yeah. You're feeling like sooner or later you'll start to feel a lot more comfortable with it. But right now, you're breathing, you're doing cold dragon breath on
melting.
yourself as much as you can.
I'm a
Yep.
popsicle. Ray of Frost.
Yep. Okay, so the
I
fellow
can
comes out.
Oh wait, no,
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
have it. Never mind. Go ahead.
That's okay. It's not a monologue. You don't have to worry about interrupting me.
Bird.
Bird. Exactly. Is there something you want to do, Maddie?
No, I forgot that I got rid of Ray of Frost.
Yeah, it's okay. Anybody else? Are you guys all in the store, or is it just Dallin?
I'm just waiting outside.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Hi. What can I do you for?
Do you have any herbs that would make a delicious tea?
he looks at you and raises his eyebrows and then kind of gives you a wink, like delicious or delicious.
What do you mean? Delicious. Very good.
And then he looks around nervously. What do you mean?
Just tea. Delicious tea. Nothing more.
And he looks around again. What, just tea?
Yeah, just tea. I want tea.
Sure, I guess. And then he points at the wall behind you that says in gigantic letters, teas.
Oh, didn't see that. And I will grab a lot of tea. And
There's literally 30 different jars that have types of loose dried tea leaves. Some are red, some are black, some are greenish. There's even some that look like flowers that are white or orange. Some look like they're a mix of things.
I'm gonna take a little bit of each.
You're going to take a little bit of each of 30 jars worth of tea?
Well, maybe 50. Just pick a lot of different.
Okay. How much are you taking of each?
I don't know how much these things cost.
Oh, well, tea is pretty expensive. Depends on whether or not you're getting something local. If it's local, then it's not so expensive. Although these days, the vegapigmies have become so difficult that moving through the jungle is becoming harder and harder. And I have to, of course, pay all the premiums because my main supplier is the only supplier I'm allowed to buy from. So, there is that problem.
Okay.
Although, if you wanted to, I could probably give you a discount if you could help me secure some additional supplies. Or I should say, really, my wholesaler, and then they'll pass on the discounts to me, and I'll pass them on to you.
Okay. What do I have to do?
Well, I mean, you would need to go talk to my wholesaler.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jessamine?
Jessamine?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you
she?
new here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that explains a lot. Right. And then he walks around the counter, past you, towards the door, locks the door, and draws the curtains whilst the rest of the party watch from inside.
Okay.
Or watch from outside.
That doesn't seem suspicious.
So you don't know your way around Port Nyanzaru at all?
Nope.
Okay. So, the city is run by a bunch of people, right? Traders, right?
Yeah.
You know the rule. You know about the ruling traders, the trader princes who.
I don't know much, but I know that
The merchant princes.
there are some people who run. You are talking about the city, not the suburbs here, right? Or
It's all controlled by them. I mean, we
Okay.
just happen to be kind of somewhat free from direct control because nobody really cares. But yeah, most of it is, I still have to buy all my stuff from Jessamine and her people.
okay.
So Jessamine is, one of the merchant princes, and she's she's very good with herbs,
Okay.
and she's very good with the things that herbs can be turned into.
Okay. And
And then he starts to stroke his face. And he goes, I can't remember the rest. And a hand comes out with an open palm.
oh, Jesus. God, why didn't I prepare charm person?
Have it if you want to let me in.
You guys
But
don't know
the
what's
door's
going
locked.
on.
I don't.
Door's locked and the curtains are drawn. Nobody tried to stop him. So
Yeah.
the rest of you are just like sitting there, like trying to avoid being pickpocketed. Which, by the way, 2 of you failed.
We failed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm
doing
gonna give him. Oh God, I don't know how much. 10 gold.
You look down and your pouch is missing.
Oh my.
It's probably more accurate to say that half of your pouch is missing,
Okay.
which is to say the bottom half.
Well, I didn't keep all my money in my pouch because I do have a lot of money that didn't fit in my pouch. So I
That's
actually
right.
have some in my backpack. And
That's totally fine. But your pouch is now cut in half, and anything that was dangling in it that wasn't tied to your belt is gone.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is that?
I don't know how much was in your pouch.
I don't know how much the pouch have. I just know that I put a lot of my gold in my backpack because I grabbed a lot of gold.
Mm-hmm.
I threw out everything else almost. Well,
All right. Well,
let's worry about that later. Swearing.
let's do it now. So
Okay.
why don't you roll 5d6?
That's not fair.
And since we're on the subject,
22.
Maddie.
Yes.
Yes. What does Satina carry in her pouch?
50 gold coins.
That's fair. All right. You lose 50 gold coins. Dallin loses 22. And you're both grateful that you don't keep anything important in your pouches.
Yeah. Okay. God damn it.
That's all of my stuff. That's all my money.
Oh.
I am broke. Big broke.
Okay, I'm just gonna swear loudly and pick 10 gold out of my backpack and give him.
Seems like a pretty inefficient place to put your gold. Don't you ever spend it on the street?
Nope. Don't trust people. And I was probably right because someone picked my pockets.
Ooh, yeah. Port Nine's got a bit of a pickpocket problem.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who does it? I would like a word.
No, I don't remember. And he sticks his hand out again.
Fine. You're not getting any more.
Hey, I'm not the one who picked your pocket. I've been here all day. I've got an alibi.
Yeah, sure you do.
I keep my gold in my beard.
Nice place to keep
And
it.
he lifts his beard up, and underneath his chin is a little pouch.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Good idea. Well,
So
did you want to tell me
Jessamine.
more about Jessamine?
Jessamine is not only the merchant prince in charge of all the herbs and things, she also has some expertise, it's said, in poisons. And it's even rumored that she occasionally executes contracts on behalf of the rest of the merchant princes when some of the citizenry get out of hand.
Yeah.
But, of course, you didn't... God bless you.
That's so cute.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
And he looks around nervously. Is somebody else here?
Show yourself.
And he starts throwing dust up in the air, trying to cover any invisible people with dust.
Either they're having a really good or a really bad time in there.
Yeah, the rest of you see like the curtains moving and a few flashes of like gold and silver dust.
We heard Dallin
Cool.
swear.
Loudly.
Should I be kicking down this door?
It's not
Possibly.
damaged property just yet.
Aw.
Aw.
Let's
You
knock
just
hard
let me
on the
know.
door.
Yeah, we can knock on.
How
Or we
hard?
can. Did we hear him lock it?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely saw the door close, the curtains close, click, right?
It-
The clicking of the
Okay.
lock itself.
I'm gonna knock hard on the door. Let
Who's
us
there?
in.
Who's there?
It's just my
And
friends.
he looks at Dallin and says,
I didn't say anything. I don't know anything. I'll deny everything. I'll say that you came in here and started accosting me.
They're just my friends. Don't worry.
Well, I don't know them. They're not my friends.
No, but you trusted
Unless
me.
you need an
didn't you?
alibi, in which case I might remember.
and he sticks his hand out again
Oh, for
while he looks at the ceiling.
fuck's sake. I'll give him 5 gold.
Some alibi this is going to be. Yeah, fine. All right. You were in here. You were all in my shop, but I can't say that you were here all day. That wouldn't be believable. Jessamine is famous, apparently, for having been an assassin someplace else. That's all I know.
Okay.
And she's got a child, but that's about it. You'll find her in the city, just like all the other merchant princes. They usually either do business at their shops or out of their villas, as one does if one's a merchant prince.
Well, we'll need to try to get into the city then. And talk to
What?
her.
What did you say?
We need to get into the city. Try to get into the city.
Oh, well, I mean, if you offer to go do some work for one of the princes, I'm sure they'll let you in to go have an audience with one of the prince's contractors or foremen.
Okay.
I think Jessamine wants more access to the herbs. Certainly, we've had a restriction in supply as a result of the pygmies. So if you go in and ask for Jessamine's foreman, you could probably get some work out there in the jungle, and you'll certainly get a good deal on any herbs you bring back.
Okay.
You might even be able to be allowed to keep some for your own use.
Is she the only one who sells potions? Healing potions? Antidotes? That kind of stuff?
Well, she's kind of the specialist in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Talro deals with a lot of animals, even dinosaurs, I hear.
What did you call him?
Ethan
Oh,
Talro. But he's very tricky to deal with.
okay. Okay, I'll buy. Let's see. 10 gold.
Iothe does things with fruit and wines, but that's not really healing potions.
No. That's not.
10 gold in tea? Oh, that's terrific.
And he starts taking these giant bundles of dried teas that are obviously wrapped in paper and sealed in wax. And he presents them to you. And he actually gives you quite a number of canisters. They're all, sort of 4 centimeters across in diameter. They're circular disc type containers. And they're maybe 1 centimeter high.
Okay.
And he gives you a stack of 10 of these.
Some of these are mixes of others, so you could probably recreate them yourself. We've got sweet ones, we've got bitter ones, we've got fragrant ones, we've got gentle ones, we've got fruit ones. Most of them have something that'll stimulate you a little bit, but these fruit ones don't have any of that,
Okay.
in case you want to be able to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, yeah, sure. And he pockets the 5 gold you already gave him.
Okay.
And he says, 10 more gold. And he sticks his hand out again.
I'll give him 10 more gold.
Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Great doing business with you.
Remember
and he unlocks
this.
the door, pulls open the curtains. What? I didn't see anything.
Right. Now,
And as you leave, he closes the door and says, thanks very much. And then he closes it, locks it, and you see the curtains drawn again and the clothes flipped over. And you hear him going,
he earned a month worth of gold.
oh, wait till I tell Horace about this.
Big spender. I'm gonna tell the group about Jessamine, and that if we want, we can probably get some work inside. And that's also a way to get inside the city, to ask for her foreman.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
Jessamine, eh?
Got a way in.
got away.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Before we go, could we see the harbor master?
Sure.
Yes. So the harbor is the harbor master and the harbor. So the city layout is, you haven't seen the full city layout, so I won't show you the map just yet. Suffice it to say, I have it. If you ask somebody for it and you find the right person, you can probably get some sort of a sense for this. But essentially, what you're looking at is a bit of an isthmus, right, in terms of Chult itself. And then near the edge of it, near the tip of it, there's this naturally occurring harbor. And the harbor is in the center of Port Nine Zar proper. The city is built up around the harbor, and the walls are built up around the city. And then you've got these sort of additional protected suburbs and slums that abut the actual walls and also extend out either into the jungle or along the coastline. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in order to get from where you are to the harbor, you'd have to go through the city proper, through the walls, walk through the center of town, or at least part of the center of town, and then you'd get to the harbor. Otherwise, if you were coming in from the ocean, you would go through the harbor first, and then, of course, you'd be in the city.
Right. I take back my question. On our way through the city, can we see the harbor master?
Okay. So you guys rock up to the walls,
Well-
and
On the way, I would like to look out if I can see or kind of find out who picked our pockets. If I
Yeah,
see
I'd
any
like to.
suspicious people around.
well done. Yeah, roll perception checks, the two of you.
Okie dokie. Perception.
22.
Oof.
7.
Same amount as I lost.
Satina is almost certain that it is the old blind beggar who literally has got no legs. Glad you're laughing at somebody's disability.
He's probably better off with my money.
Dallin spots a couple of urchins hiding behind fruit vendors' baskets, looking at the party and somewhat laughing and pointing fingers. They're very, very dirty little creatures, and they're very, very small, but they seem quite active because as soon as Dallin spots them, they disappear behind the bushels and run off, apparently down a street, down an alleyway that's intersecting the main road that you're on.
Okay. But I do. Sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead. You go first.
I just want to. God, I got a lot of gold. I'm gonna tell the others that those two urchins
Mhm.
probably robbed
Now-
us.
Now, if Satina wanted to throw a fireball there, she could probably get the vendor, the urchin, a couple of other passerby on the street, and maybe even the legless blind beggar.
I'm gonna look at Dal and I'd be like, "Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure this guy did it."
No, I'm pretty sure it was the urchins. I was actually kind of thinking about doing a call lightning, but I'm good. No,
Wait,
they're
should
kids.
Should we fight them? Should we kill them? Are they kids?
Why don't I just go scare him?
Yeah, I think.
I think you'd be really good at that.
Yeah.
Can I come with you?
spells. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it makes a difference, by the way, but maybe it's worth mentioning that as my background feat is urchin, our party gets to move through cities twice as fast as normal.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't know if that makes a
excellent.
difference,
Fun.
but
That would make a difference.
Awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that'll
Um,
definitely help you try to catch up if you want to try to pursue them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or just if you want to get through town.
Should we pursue them? They went
Yes.
down that alley. Okay, let's go.
And I'm gonna cast invisibility
Oh,
on you know what? I'm gonna do it. Is everybody coming with?
Yeah, sure.
I would imagine so.
Is anybody
Oh,
not
yeah.
going?
Is anybody not going? Cool.
Nope.
So they've seen the four of us because we're like always together, right? So I'm gonna cast invisibility on
Well, there's 5
Yvonne.
of you now
I'm gonna cast invisibility on Yvonne.
on Cracker.
On Cracker.
Okay.
Oh,
sounds
I
good.
can't read. Okay. It's spelled like CRAC, and so I couldn't compute.
It is pronounced Cracker, right? I'm not
Yeah,
mispronouncing
it's Cracker. Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
It's not like some
invisibility on
not
her.
like some pronunciation. Sarasur.
Yeah. Saras, large U, small R, apostrophe. Yeah, that's Cracker.
Cracker on the head.
Cracker. Yeah, Cracker on the head.
Okay. Yeah. So without having told that Cracker that you were going to cast a spell on her, Yvonne, would you like to roll perception?
Yeah, I was just thinking how that might play out.
oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't even notice that you're invisible. You're still
Yeah,
looking.
I'm just
You're
I'm
just
running.
looking at everybody else. I mean, it's like, why would you be looking at yourself, right? I mean, unless you had to stop to tie your shoelace or something.
Yeah.
You're just standing there like, whatever. Yeah.
Mm,
And somebody bumps into you like from behind.
I'm starting to elbow a few people then. Because it's going to annoy me.
Yeah. They're like, hey, what was that? And they kind of
What
look
do you mean,
around
what was that?
puzzled.
I'll be right. I'll lead the way. Let's go. This way.
Okay. So you chase these urchins. You get into an alleyway. I feel like this is a good place to stop, but roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Woo. Oh, my game
Tells me
just.
they're not just urchins.
Well, I mean, they could just be urchins. You just might end up, killing a whole bunch of kids.
Hold on. I need to make sure I have selected.
It's your
Wow.
Joe.
Yeah, I have to get
Joe-
to my token here.
You know this, right? This is your game. You guys can do whatever the heck you want. You guys want to go kill a bunch of civilians and street urchins? I'm not going to stop you.
They robbed me. God damn it. And
Yeah.
I'm an awful evil.
took all
So I'm
my
They
money.
deserve whatever they get.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
we still have the old ones here, so I need to get rid of these guys.
It takes your chances.
And where
I'm just gonna
is
teach him not to steal.
where is Salazar? Salazar. with you?
Salazar's on the boat.
All right.
So he
Is
went
Cud
back
on the boat?
with.
We don't need
geez.
Aegeus, do we?
Is
No.
Cud on the boat? No, he's with you.
No, he's with us.
He's with
Yeah.
us.
Jeez, took
Okay.
the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Salazar.
Yeah.
That's like Salazar. He's like Salazar. You have this mental image as he sails out of the harbor. He's just like sort of looking back plaintively at you like a puppy that's been left behind by its owner.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Please don't. Oh my god.
He's like,
Okay.
what did I do wrong?
Mommy,
I'll
don't
be
leave
good.
me.
I promise.
Don't send me
Wait,
away.
don't
I'll
leave
be
me. Just...
good.
Oh
As
my
the
god.
bottom lip trembles.
Yeah.
Oh no. Y'all, I'm gonna cry.
Here, I'll
It's like two, and he reaches out two tentacles toward you, and then he loses his grip, and he just plops off into the ocean.
no.
Oh no.
It's okay. Maddie, I can make you smile. I'm gonna make you smile. Ready? How do you
What?
make an octopus laugh?
How?
You give him 10 tickles.
God.
Oh my god.
1d4 psychic damage for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm resistant to psychic damage. I only take 2.
I think that's pretty generous.
That's right.
Yeah.
Talon's character literally is resistant to psychic
I
damage.
am.
All right, and the urchins are going to roll. Who wants to roll? Yvonne, why don't you roll initiative for the urchins? Just roll a d20, would you? Is that a 10? Oh, 9. Okay,
9.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. And I know we're slightly over time, but we're just going to do this one thing. Okay. So as you come around the corner, you see these two urchins. Sorry, I haven't quite set up the map yet, but I'll have it ready for next time. They're turned around facing you, as in the party. They appear to be in a dead end. The walls on either side of you are made of the same sand-colored material, but in bricks. So they're sandstone, but carved into bricks, apparently piled on top of each other. And they rise up variably anywhere from 8 feet to 20 feet, depending on which building is on what side. And there's several different buildings. And it's a little bit of a long alleyway. It's sort of 25 feet deep. And you're sort of at the entrance of the alleyway, abutting the main street. There's a bit of trash and detritus. There are a couple of doors on either side that sort of sink down into the ground. So they seem to go down a couple of steps. You have to take a couple of steps, and then you've got a door. There are a few windows and a few clotheslines above you that connect some of the taller buildings upon which, or from which I should say, hang various items of clothing drying in the heat. And the sky is blue and clear above you. And before we do any of that, we're going to have the urchins go because everybody's going to be surprised. Everybody roll 2d20s. Okay. Good. So we had Maddie, Emma, Henrietta, Yvonne, Joe. Perfect. So Henriette Dallin's armor class is how much?
14.
14. Okay. And Emma, Yvonne, Cracker's armor class is what?
14.
14. Okay.
I'm 14 as well.
Okay. 14, 14, 14. Satina is how much again? 12?
11.
11?
11.
Nice.
Yes.
And sort of 19-ish.
19, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Satina. Okay. So, Henrietta, you can roll a d4 for yourself, for Dallin.
Okay. 4.
Okay. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from a sling stone that is coming off the roof in front of you. Let's see. It looks like Dallin is also going to get d4. So sorry, that was Dallin. Satina, Dallin, Meridian. Sorry, Emma. That's Cracker, rather. Cracker's going to get a d4 as well.
Cracker is invisible. Do they still attack her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. good point. Yeah. No, they don't. So it'll be Cud then that gets it. Cud will get a. Why don't you, Yvonne? Why don't you roll a d4 for Cud? Meridian is also going to get d4. So why don't you roll that, Emma? And Joe doesn't. Joe Cora is going to just get sort of pelted, but they bounce off of her armor. And Satina is going to take a d4 as well.
Okay.
And although you can't see them, the sheer number of stones tells you there's a little bit more to this than meets the eye.
Well,
Then two
of
urchins.
course.
Yeah. And one of the two urchins yells out, "Give up, drop your gold, and we'll let you live."
No.
And that's where we'll end for the week.
Oh god. I really wish I was level 6 right now. Oh, I would scare those
Yeah,
kids to death.
Fair enough. I mean, well done. Very good. Okay, well, I hope you guys had fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They did.
Thank
It
you
was
all for
great.
joining us, and thank you, of course, Yvonne as well for joining us as well this week.
It's been
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah, it's been really good meeting you.
And you.
And you, yeah. This is fun.
All right.
Let's
Barbarian.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, let's
Great.
kill some kids. Jesus. I'm really not sure where I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
The
now.
generally neutral to evil party makes
Yeah.
its presence known. Set fire to the pier, kill a bunch of kids,
Set a vampire loose.
Yeah.
set a vampire loose.
We're on a roll.
Yeah.
To say nothing of the demon that you let loose a few weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but we weren't
yeah.
evil then. We did that by accident.
Yeah,
Well, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
That was purely accidental.
it was.
Weren't we though?
All right.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't evil at that point.
No,
The
we
one
weren't.
that
We weren't.
escaped from
No, you
Aegeus.
were. You were. Yeah, that was
Wait,
that.
which one?
Oh,
There was a demon that Aegeus had to call up to help kill one of the
Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot
but
about
Dragons.
that was
Talk about
us. That was Aegeus. We can do anything
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
there's-
He just flew
We were
away.
talking about Zookmoy.
Yeah, that's what
You
I thought
helped-
you were talking about.
You helped hide a lich.
We did.
Wrong demon.
He gave us gifts.
Wow, wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
a
but
colorful group.
it's
Yeah,
you know,
quite.
self-interest trumps the greater good, right?
I was kind of hoping to do some good deeds to get over to neutral, maybe, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen.
It's 5th edition, babe. You can do whatever the heck you want and still be a druid. It's
Yeah.
paladins can be evil, druids can be chaotic. I mean, anything goes. Anything goes.
Oathbreaker Paladin. Oathbreaker Paladin.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much again. Look forward to playing with you guys next week. And if you guys have any further comments or questions or anything, especially Yvonne, if you've got anything you'd like to ask or clarify, feel free to message me in between. If it's a general question, feel free to put it in the general discussion so that we can all benefit. If it's something private,
Okay.
feel free to send it to me. When you've got a moment. All right.
Okay, great.
Okay. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.